Hey, y'all.
What's happening, everybody?
Welcome back to K&A's What's the Flavor? I'm Ariana.
And I am Candace, her mama.
And let's start off by saying thank you for 100 subscribers.
Yes, thank y'all, thank
I
y'all.
think we had like 113 or something. Not
I
too.
know, so I know we were over 100,
Yeah,
but appreciate
113.
y'all. I didn't know 100 people was going to listen to us, but we appreciate each and every one of y'all
Yes.
subscribing. We appreciate y'all watching the shorts every morning. We appreciate the comments, the feedback, all of that. So we read those comments, we respond. We did get better because somebody was like, follow back. We had a couple followers and we were not following back. So we got that together. We are now following people back. What is your face for?
Because I noticed that this morning. I was like, since when do we follow people back?
Why not? They decided to follow you and not
I
me.
know, but I'm saying like we never followed people at first. So I was wondering where that came from.
Well, that was it's only two people on the page, you and I.
And I
So
don't be on that one.
that's on TikTok.
Exactly. I don't be on that one.
Oh, you be on your own TikTok.
Yes.
Tell it all. So mind y'all, she ain't supposed to have a TikTok.
Y'all,
So what's your
we
TikTok
had
name?
a
So
whole
what's your TikTok name so we can everybody can follow you on there so we know when you're doing stuff you ain't got no business doing. Because I'm sure on your
I
TikTok
don't do nothing on there.
you probably got more of those videos that everybody has been
I
laughing at on
don't
Facebook.
have videos on there. It's, for your information, I don't have videos on there. I have a bunch of drafts. I have 645
So if anybody
drafts.
is her friend, y'all send me her name so I can find her. Cause I don't even, first off, I don't even know how to work TikTok for real. So I just be talking. I don't know what I'm doing on there. I
But
figured out how to follow you all back. So again, we appreciate you all liking, subscribing, commenting, following. Yeah. So apparently you all are really into Ari. They think you're just the cutest. It's like, oh, she's so pretty. I did a good job, I guess.
um, yeah, I guess. I think it should be a yes. But anyways, since we talk about good jobs on this beautiful light-skinned girl, let's talk about absent parents.
All right. we
Cause
can
you know,
we can straight to it, everybody.
one.
So
Oh wait, I forgot updates. That is our topic for today. So
yes,
absent
we are
parents.
gonna talk about absent parents.
So we did say thank you for the 100 subscribers, 100 plus. Also we had our Mother's Day brunch like last week.
Yeah, that
So
was last Saturday. That was amazing. We had a really good time. It was fun. Already getting requests for next year. And I'm looking into a hall because we have outgrew our former space. So that is amazing. That is a blessing. Like I said, we had a really good time. The food was amazing. Shout out to Auntie Wanda for putting everything together as far as decor and cutting up the fruit and making sure we everything was set up so nicely. So shout out to her. Shout out to my mama for always letting us utilize her space. And shout out to everybody that came. We really appreciate it. We appreciate the donations that you all gave in support of it. It's really, really appreciated. It's kind of a humbling experience because it'd be like, it's a lot of love we receiving, but we appreciate it nonetheless. We thank God for you all. As you all bless us, we ask that the Lord continue to bless you.
yes.
So that was Mother's Day. What's going on in Ari's world? We're gonna get to the topic, but what's going on with you?
Let's start
Girl,
off.
you in this tongue. Why do you do that?
My birthday almost here.
Mm.
Yes, y'all. My birthday's almost here. She just don't know it yet, but I'm here for the BT. Um, I'm
She
running
just
it.
don't know it yet. It better be affordable. Tea.
Don't do that again, y'all.
That's what you did.
I do it. You don't do that.
Girl, whatever.
Anyways, but yeah. Shout out to my hairstylist. I love her.
Yes, Trinity is amazing.
I love her.
So what are you trying to do for your birthday? Because you keep talking about this birthday.
So I was thinking about we utilize this beautiful space we're in now.
The living room?
Yeah.
It ain't that big. What you? Yo, that's perfect.
So
Yes,
wait, no,
I
can
love
I
it.
finish?
Yes,
She's not letting me finish, y'all.
because that
She's
means
not
it's
letting
gonna
me
be
finish.
limited people.
So this is what I was thinking. I was thinking about having a birthday dinner, and
Hmm.
then I was thinking about having a sleepover for my friends here. in the living room.
No, we're not sleeping in my living room. No.
Why not?
This what is Kari called it? This is the movie theater.
Exactly.
You don't sleep in the movie theater.
Actually, sometimes I do.
No.
Yes.
I think you have a really nice room. The
Okay,
so
so
pause, y'all. The fact that she springs this on me in the midst of a video is hilarious.
because she said get into Ari's world, so I was telling you from her what I thought because at first I thought I wanted a hotel party. And listen, this is what I was going through. I was thinking about it because I babysit my little cousins, and when I babysit my little cousins, I get paid for babysitting my little cousins. So if you
Hmm.
need a babysitter, hit me up because like I will watch your kids because I love kids.
Yeah.
I love kids a lot. Just don't ask Kari. I love kids.
Don't do your brother. Don't do your
I'm gonna
brother.
tell y'all a whole different story. I would say I do love Kari, but we was at a birthday party and I was holding a baby. This little boy standing at the door talking about some you don't love on me like that.
Because he was jealous. He was in his
And then
feelings.
he came over there. He came and sat on the couch. He was like, "How about you put the baby down and give me a hug?"
That's his way of expressing his feelings.
So
He wanted you to hug
I
him.
did give him a hug, and I
And y'all
also
were
gave
better.
him my iPad for like 3 hours. So
He
yes.
ain't supposed to be on the iPad. That's how he get you.
Yeah. And then he was like, let me just, because I had offered him money. I was like, Corey, I give you $3.
She offered this boy $3.
He said, I was like, I'll give you $3 if you be good while we at the birthday party. He was like, okay. So then at the birthday party, people was gonna leave, and I was like, okay, so while mommy talking, I'll give you my iPad because we just left my grandma's house. I was like, I'll give you my iPad and you can watch it. So he watched it, right? We leave it. I'm like, okay, give me the iPad and I'll give you your money. And he didn't want to get in the car. I was like, "Car, get in the car." And I had took the iPad from him. He was like, "I'll get in the car if you give me the iPad." I was like, "But I'm giving you money." He was like, "No, I don't want money. I want the iPad." I said, "So money or iPad?" He said, "The iPad." Get my $3.
The fact that he said, "What I'm gonna do with this $3?"
So and then yesterday, I'm cleaning up, washing clothes. He gonna come to the stairs. So where my money at?
I guess he wanted that $3 from me.
Where your money at? So I said, no, you're not getting your $3. Those are mine. I offered it and you didn't want it. So yes, if y'all want me to babysit, just don't ask Kari about me. I'm a good babysitter. Ask Lauren and Maya. Maya's a baby. But ask Lauren. She got you.
They can ask Matthew too.
Yeah, Matthew. You can ask Matthew. You can ask even Morgan. Morgan, I haven't babysat Morgan, but Morgan can tell you I love me some Morgan.
You know what's funny? We talking about ask the kids, not ask their parents. That
Okay.
is hilarious. Ask the kids what they think. What about the parents? Parents might have a better idea.
Remember, like the babies be with me. So like,
I guess. Okay. All right. So
but
that's you. You have a birthday coming up. You're trying to get a job in babysitting.
yeah, because all right. I wanted to have a hotel party. She paid for the room. I bought the food and the decorations.
Okay. So, well, it's been great catching up with Ari. What?
So since my mommy's catching up on me with me, let's talk about how my dad does it.
Dog. If y'all know her, she has no sense and no chill.
So with
Okay.
me, I will express that my father is not present. I have a dark humor with that. Like people was telling myself because my friends having a Father's Day dance, and I was like, oh, I got to see which one of my uncles. She was like, you could bring your mom. I said, oh yeah, that's perfect because my dad went to the store to get some Pampers. I don't Pampers no more. So I
That man
expressed
ain't
it.
go get no pampers.
He
He said
didn't.
he did not.
So, but yeah, I do express it. I'm like not ashamed of it because it's like it's nothing to be ashamed of because if you're not in my life, God did it for a reason. So I'm not really ashamed of it. Like I express I have an amazing godfather. I express I have amazing uncles. Um amazing uncles that are like my mama's friends. So I express that. So I'm not really ashamed of it. So yeah.
Okay, so although you're not ashamed of it, like how does it make you like feel? Do you ever feel like you are missing
So
out on something.
for the longest, like when I was younger, when I was like in elementary school, not really middle school, no, sixth grade, I will say. So like from all elementary school to sixth grade, and a little bit seventh grade, but like after I talked to my cousin about it, he expressed it to me that like his dad's in his life, but like sometimes like yeah. So when I was in elementary school, it's like this little backstory, a little bit of lore about Ari. So when I was in elementary school, I used to go home with my godbrothers, and my godmama would pick me up. So my mama would always pick me up after she would get off work, and my granddaddy used to drop me off at my godmama house. So they would my godbrothers at the time, they really didn't know that I had my dad in my life. It was kind of funny. Cause we'll be sitting there and I called their dad God Daddy. Talking about something. Why do you call him God Dad? Where's your dad? I was like, oh, mind you, I'm like, I was say like 7, 8.
I remember that.
I didn't say it. I just said, oh, my dad's not in my life. It was like, where he at? Don't ask that many questions. I don't know. He could be anywhere. I don't know where he at. And I was like, I don't know. And I went on about my day. So then I got in the car, I asked my mama, I was like, so, you know, my god brother's asking my daddy at. Where is he? Well, Ari, he's not here. What you mean where he not here? Where he at? Like,
Did not just say he was not here.
where he at? I know he not here.
I did not just say he was not here.
What you say?
All right, we have had really
We
in
did
depth
have look when I
conversations.
was 7, 8, we had in depth conversations. Like
What's kept up with you?
when I was in middle school, she did keep it real with me because like I used to try to be sneaky. She told my son, "Well, Ari," I was like, "Well, I feel like I'm being left out because my dad and my not in my life." She was like, "Would you be doing this if your dad was in your life?" No, exactly. So don't do it without him in your life.
Because
Like,
they used to always be like you used to try to play me. No, but my dad's not.
I will. I'm
My
not gonna
dad's not.
lie. I'm not gonna lie. I did try to play you.
Yeah,
I
and
did.
I caught it every time.
Like so at first she did to me. She used to feel bad. Then she was like, it got to the point where it was all the time. You was
There's nothing
like,
I can do. What do you want me to do?
like, you want me to call him? Like, maybe no. But like, I grew out of that because I also talked to my uncles about it, and um, and then like when I would talk to my uncle about it, he would really just tell me like, you really don't need him because you do have a support system that is there for you. Like, we had a daddy daughter dance last year. And that sounds insane because my mama hosted it, knowing I don't got no dad. Like, y'all really gotta think about that. That sounded insane, don't it? But she did it because she knew my uncles would come through or my goddad. So my uncle from Virginia, he flew here just for the daddy daughter dance, just for me. Like that's how my uncles are. My other uncle, he does have a daughter, my little cousin, but at the same time, he will still be there. He's still present. He bought my iPad. I wanted an iPad bad, and he bought it for me. He take me out every other week to go either out to eat or we just get some takeout or something. And he take Kari and London somewhere and like to play, and I just sit there because I play a little bit, but I'm like my knees bad. My knees be giving out like
Dog, your knees is bad at 14. This is the problem.
four,
You're 14.
14 and 2/4. Okay, so it's not.
It ain't even 14 and 3/4.
What is it then?
If it's 2 weeks away, it's a whole lot more than half.
I know.
We're not even about to get back into you and your calculations. We did that one episode. We're not going there. No, not gonna happen. Um, but even still, like in listening to you talk about it, it still sounds like
No, trust and believe it is.
it's like a cover up, which is understandable. I think it's something. You and this tongue, stop
I'm
it.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Goodness. It's something that quite naturally you want and you have a desire for, so I understand that. But it's nothing that I can do about it. That is why I tell you the things that I do. That's how we have these conversations and letting you know that you have to make better choices than what I did. Because at the time I was young, wild, and having fun, and you meet somebody, you think, oh, we're talking, things are going good, and then when you hit them with those words that you're pregnant, oh, but you talking about a switch up, tuh, they will
Deuces.
show you their true
Hold
colors.
on, y'all. I'm sorry. Deuces.
She has a fixation with auto tune on this thing. But anyways,
Yeah.
you'll see their true colors. So that is why I now stress to you about testing the spirits, testing the fruits of people prior to engaging in different activities. Um, so I guess we'll kind of just go back to your story and how you came to be. So yeah, talking to this guy, he shall remain nameless. Kicking it or whatever. Tell him I was pregnant. I think we talked until I was like 5.5 months.
Mama, look. You know, like that tote under my bed.
Yes.
I found all the messages and everything. It's like, dang, he really ain't me.
So
Insane. I was like, okay, I'm like, I'm gonna do this on my time. I'm like, I'm gonna do this because I'm getting older and I want to have closure. I'm like, oh,
so what she
how you feel about me?
so what she is referring to, I knew once I got pregnant, it was like, oh snap, like okay, you're not about to be around. I one thing I can say I did respect him for was
Keeping it
the
above 50.
that part. If
Oh, you know what
you
that means?
shut up,
Oh,
fool. If you're not going to be the father that she needs, I'd rather you just leave than play around with her emotions. Like it's a lot of kids that have the trauma of, oh, I was waiting by the window for my daddy to come. He never came. I was sitting on the porch with my little bag and my daddy never came. Like that's a different type of level of heartbreak. So although yes, it's a heartbreak for your dad not to be around at all, I just feel like I'd rather you tell me right off the bat that you're not gonna be there as opposed to giving her false hopes and expectations. So 5.5 months pregnant, we stopped talking. It was like, yeah, that's your baby. You got it. Okay, cool. Did what I had to do to prepare for you. Um, quite naturally, when I told my parents, which is your grandparents, your granddaddy was a G for show. I love my daddy. That man was everything.
my
Not gonna cry.
my granddaddy, I will say like one thing I will like admit because what people find weird about like me because I don't call my grandma or granny or nana. I call her, and I never called my granddaddy papa, poppy, granddad, none of that. I always call him daddy because I grew up listening to my mama and my uncles. So my mama will call my grandma either mommy or ma. And I just was like,
That's where that came from.
yes. She
That's
will
funny.
always call my grandma either mommy or mom. So I knew that she was my mommy, so I wasn't gonna say, oh, mommy. I will always say like mom. So I was like, mom, I'm gonna just add another mom to it. So it was mama. So with my granddaddy, she would call him daddy. And I mean, growing up, I didn't have a dad. So I was like, oh, that's daddy, then that's daddy. I just started calling him daddy. And so I was like, hey, my mommy says it. A lot of things I picked up from what my mama used to do when I was little. What I used to do, because like I used to, people tell me I need to stop, but when I get anxious, I bite my nails. I used to do it all the time. When I get anxious, I bite my nails because I used to see my mama do it. So I was like, oh, we can do that. That's kind of cool. So
What?
started biting my nails. So a
Lord
lot of
have
things I
mercy.
picked up from like seeing and listening to my mama. So I would always call my granddaddy daddy because I was just like, so he would used to pick me up from school, and at one point, I remember because like in element, I would say I have like a kind of a good memory besides with like when I was little. Now, if I really don't care about a topic or something, I don't remember it. Like a lot of people like, Ariana, you remember this? I'm like, When this happened, I don't remember this. But like when I was younger, I will say I remember a lot of things. But I feel like that's because since my granddad passed away, I want to preserve all the memories I have of him, so I will remember everything that happened. So like he would pick me up from school, and I'd be like, "Daddy," and run to him. And one time I had got in trouble, and I had to move my clip off the chart, and
I think your clip. What are you talking about?
you know the little
Yeah.
clips. I had to move my clip, and the teacher had told Daddy. So then next day, I ran to him and told him. I was like, "Come look, come look." And I was being good that day, so I had got pizza. So I used to run and call him Daddy. So kids would be like, "That's your dad?" Like, no, it's my granddad. Thanks though. So yeah, so like I always consider him like my dad. So like all like the little memories and stuff I have, I will admit that like if if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't know what a father figure was, and I wouldn't have high expectation for how I like people now because I will say my uncles as they're older. I wouldn't say the stories I get told. I'm like, I don't want people's like you, please. But like, my grandma also told me stories about my granddads. I really don't want them like them as younger men, but even if they're older, I would say that's how I want my peoples because of how they acted when they were older, not younger,
I think you
older.
have to. That for everybody. You have to like grow and
Yeah, but like,
get older. Like even my life in the beginning, it wasn't. Yeah, I done been through some things. Like, but listen, how you even came about? So it's like
I know
you make choices, and you have to just do what is best for you.
you gotta grow
And
with them.
absolutely, you learn from your mistakes, and you use your story as your testimony to help somebody else not make the same mistakes.
Yeah, so like I always considered my granddad like my father figure because he was there for me. Like it was one point, my mama had to like take me home. I didn't want to go home. She had to like I don't even know what she did to get me home. I did not want to go home because we lived with my grandma and my granddad, and then we moved out. And I remember that too because I was sitting on the stairs, touching the walls, the entire house. I was really upset because
You remember some crazy
I really
things.
didn't want to leave my grandma and my granddaddy. I was kind of upset. So she would
You
let me.
was 3.
I was 3. No, I was not 3. I
You
couldn't
was
have been
3
3.
because that is when we moved to the apartment,
I was 3.
and your fourth birthday was the document stuffers birthday, and we did the photo shoot, and all those pictures was around your room. You were 3 when we moved out.
I remember falling asleep in the closet when we was building my bed.
Yeah,
I had a queen size bed. Was that a full or a queen?
that was fun.
I had a full size bed at 3.
Yes.
Falling. I know that's right.
So, anyways, backtrack. Now that I've got myself together, I had to go get me some tissue. That's right. She took over for a minute. That's good job. High five.
Yeah.
Uh, no. So when I found out I was pregnant with her, and I told my parents, like, hey, I'm pregnant. My daddy made it a point to say, like, as long as he was alive, she wasn't gonna want for nothing because I let them know the situation. Like, the young man is not around anymore. It is what it is, and they held me down. It was like legit. We got you, and that is exactly how it was. So I think in the midst of everything throughout your life, yes, your dad hasn't been present, but like I always stress to you, we serve a God who makes a way out of no way. And like everything that you was just mentioning, how you were 3 and you had a full size bed. Yes, God made a way for us to still not go without with a large portion to your grandmother and your grandfather and your uncles and everybody else. Like we truly have a village that has stepped up to fill in the gap for your dad not being present. And for me, for the longest, I used to beat myself up because I used to take it all like I made this choice, I did this. And although I played a part in it, it wasn't just me. So for a large part of your life, I definitely spoiled the mess out of you. You got everything under the sun. I think you were
Let's
6 months.
let's not act like it still doesn't happen to this day.
No, it's gotten a whole lot better. No, but you were 6 months.
Cause it's too up. It's
Couldn't even walk, couldn't even talk. You couldn't do nothing. And I had saw this yellow Camaro in
oh
Toys R
no,
Us. This
yeah.
back when Toys R Us was around. yellow Camaro in Toys R Us, and I sent a message out to all the family. I'm like, hey, this car cost, I think it was like $200. Car is $200. If everybody rally up, we can get this for Ari for Christmas.
Mind you,
Your first Christmas, you had a whole Camaro. Didn't again? You couldn't walk none of that.
mind you, I had this Camaro for a long time because I saw a video the other day on my mama Facebook of me driving my little cousin around in it. So I had that Camaro for a hot
You
minute.
did. You had it since you was 6 months. But when I sent that message out to everybody in the family and was like, I need money, your granddaddy called me. He said, if you don't take that message down, he said, how much is it? I told him how much it was. He told my mama, give her the money so she can go get that car. And you got your Camaro at 6 months old. So it was just like everything for me. I was gonna utilize the village, but your granddaddy, as long as he was around, he lived and stood true to his word of as long as I got breath in my body, that baby not gonna want for nothing. And you did not. So in that,
I
I feel
had
like
diamond earrings, like real diamond earrings.
I ain't never get no diamond rings, y'all.
And I still have my diamond earrings. I'm waiting for like an amazing good moment. Probably because I do want my second. Dad, I'm getting sidetracked,
See
y'all.
over here talking about action.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Let's talk about my. I was talking about the diamonds.
Okay, yeah.
Cause yeah. So he got me real diamond earrings, and my grandma do not let me wear them. I haven't seen them earrings in a hot minute. My grandma has them, and I don't know where they at.
Cause you probably gonna lose them.
I haven't lost my Pandora. I keep these in my
You
ear.
might do better now. But
Right.
yeah, at first it was we wasn't about to just give you those earrings. But yeah, because I got your ears pierced, and that again was your granddad. I got your ears pierced, and they had put like these little um pink hearts in her. I just thought they were so cute. I sent them a
Because her
picture.
favorite color is pink.
I sent them a picture like, oh, she got her ears pierced. He said, what's that in her ears? I said, those are the earrings. He said, what are they? So before everybody was on the what are those, your granddaddy was like, what are they? It's like,
What are they?
hey, little earrings. Nah, when I get home, we gonna go get her some earrings. And sure enough, when he came home, we went to Jared's and he bought you some earrings. And then when you got older, the earrings he thought were too small, so then he upgraded your earrings, and it was just like, wow, this is great. I don't recall all this from when I was a kid.
And like what I will say, I feel like my grandma kept up with that because majority of my jewelry, I just bought 3 pieces of my jewelry recently. Majority of my jewelry came from my grandma because like it started at a young age. Like I like to used to wear Claire's jewelry and stuff. So somebody had gave me some jewelry and my grandma was like, she don't wear that. They was just like, she doesn't? No, she don't wear that. She wear Pandora. Like, oh. So at school, people would be like, "Oh, your Pandora cute." Like, I'm like, "Thank you." Cause I'm literally Pandora down from my ears, my wrists, my fingers, not my necklace right now, but my necklace. I have a Pandora necklace. So like, I have 3 Pandora bracelets. Would have had 4, but we're not gonna talk about where the other one at. We don't know where that one's at. And like the thing, like my grandma and my granddaddy used to hold me down. They used to, and my uncles too. They get me out of trouble with her. It's kind of funny.
Her, wow,
Like
I'm not the mom.
you choose.
This is insane.
They do, Mama.
Her,
Don't they
sheesh.
don't they get me out of trouble?
Maybe trying to have to ultimately had to find a say. But even in the midst of this, like everything you're saying as it's coming out of your
It's
mouth,
a village.
all I just hear is yes, village, but also blessings. And a lot of times we hold on to what we don't have to where we miss all that we do have. So yes, your father is not in your life. But you have so many other people that have stepped up, filled in the gap, held you down, and made sure that you have not wanted for a thing in 14, almost 15 years. Your granddaddy now is what, December will be 8 years that he has been gone. And in the midst of that, like it still has been people that just like really truly look out for you. So I think the biggest thing is yes, we can miss what we don't have, but in the process, don't overlook all the things that you do have.
And cherish what you do.
That part, because it's like, yeah, one minute even your village is here, and then the next they're not. So it's just a matter of really truly appreciating all that you do have. I truly, my heart goes out to you because I will never know that void of not having my father at a young age. Yes, I had your granddad. He was around. He was a truck driver, so he would miss some events. But overall, I do have the memories with my dad. So I get that that part hurts you because you would like to have memories with him. But at the same time, I can't make somebody want to do for you if they choose not to. Everybody has a choice. And unfortunately, he made a choice to not be present, not be active in your life. So we just got to roll with it. And God has truly blessed you and looked out for you. So even in, you said when I threw the daddy daughter dance, you like, you ain't got no dad. I don't want you to miss out on experiences because of his lack of being present. I never, as a child, daddy daughter dances wasn't even really like a thing back in the day. So I never went to one. And I wanted you to be able to experience that. I wanted you to be able to get dressed up, have on a nice ball gown, and be escorted to a dance so that you could see what it means to be treated like a young lady, treated like a princess. So your dad doesn't have to be around to do that. You got two uncles that big shout out to Ricky and Devin. They stepped up. Ricky flew in to make sure that you was there. He thought it was like something for your school. He like, wait, this son your mama threw? Like, what is this?
And he said the same thing. He was like, "Why would she throw you a daddy daughter dance? She don't got no daddy." Like,
But even in the midst of it, like everybody doesn't understand my tactics and understand the things that I do. But did you not have a good time?
yeah, and like our conversation is like, well, because she wants me to have the experience, and you're my uncle, so you're gonna experience with me. He was like, "What color we wearing?"
That part. So it's a matter of, yeah, to some it seems odd. Like, why would you host this? Like, that is you really highlighting and showcasing that she doesn't have a father. We're going to just embrace the situation because although you don't have him, you have so many other people that are willing to step up, love you, and fill in the gap for him. So, in the lack of him. So, hey, we're going to have a daddy daughter dance. And you had an amazing time. Beautiful pictures of you and your uncle dancing that we will be able to like cherish and have for a lifetime. Because even in, like I said, I never experienced that. And even when I got married, your granddaddy was already deceased. So I don't have those memories of being able to dance
But
with my
I
dad.
I do remember she did have a brother dance, and it was funny.
For sure. At the wedding, again, because I embrace life and what it is, I can't cry over the fact, yeah, I shed a couple tears. Like, I miss my dad and I wish that he was here. However, my brothers, your uncles stepped right on up, and we had
Because Devin and hers was kind of cute. Now her and Uncle Ricky over
because
here two stepping and hustling.
because Ricky tried to teach me how to hustle and everything. Like he's the hustler of the family. Like we about the ballroom dance out here. Know what I'm doing? But again, we have the memories, we have the moments. And then me and Car even had a dance. Like we did a mommy son dance out there. So it's really just about embracing life and what it is. So to anybody that is like, oh, I wish my dad was around, I wish my mother was around, because we're not gonna act like
Wait,
mothers don't be
I think
absent.
I should speak on this.
Oh, okay. She
Yeah,
has a word for the people.
thank you. Because I can relate.
Okay.
Let's get into it. So, what I will say is if you don't have your dad or your mom, because, sometimes mothers aren't, um, mothers aren't present or they passed away. What I will say is that you are and you will get through it because you're not always going to sit here and think about and dwell on the fact that you don't have a dad or you don't have a mom because you don't know one day you might get a good step parent like me. I have an amazing godfather. So like you get a good parent and
Well,
like I said,
you said step here, then you
I know
start telling your
because
story.
I was finna say
I,
god dad too.
I was about to look at you and say,
I was finna say godparent, but
okay.
then I said like me, I have an amazing god dad, and I said godparents after that.
Okay.
So, and also have a good godmama, even though like we didn't go to church and make her my godmama. I just made her my
I'm
godmama.
saying yeah, you were supposed to have a guy mama. That's a story for another day. Um,
she,
so shout out to you if you're watching. You know who you are.
no, she didn't want me, but
She
she want me.
that part because she told me no. I definitely asked. So even in that, that's another absent parent because You were supposed to. You were supposed to have one, and
She gonna call us. She gonna come.
you
She gonna
got
come to the house and cuss us out.
you got denied, and that like
Denial.
it was
But
like
to
a
this,
no.
but to this day, she's
To this day, I remind her that I asked you to be godmom, and you told me no.
picking.
So it's like her dad left her. Now her godmom doesn't want her. It's okay, but look at you now. You're a blessing, and we love
She
you.
got my location. She don't want to be my god.
Yeah,
She just don't love me.
she does
But
love you.
she does. But she ain't. She ain't be my god, mama.
So if y'all can tell, like we tend to make light of situations. So like sometimes you gotta laugh to keep from crying. Life throws you lemons, make lemonade with it. It's like we can sit up
Or
and
make a good lemon meringue pie. I don't like that, but I'm telling you, just make some lemon meringue pie.
do whatever you want with your lemons.
Oh, or some lemon cupcakes. Some
Oh
would be
my
good too.
God, beat it.
But like, yeah, my godmama that I just adopted, she's amazing too. Because if I asked just to come over just to spend time with her, because when I was going through it the weekend, before a really tough time, I was at her house. I was at her house, and she just told me that boys, you don't always need them. And then my god brothers was there, so they made it amazing. They was like, Ari, you don't need them when you have us. Oh, okay, you're right. I don't need a boyfriend when I have y'all. Because I was irritated and like having a village is really good. So I will say that. So like even if they a younger village, because Kari do act like somebody daddy. He does. So that makes up for it.
He do. He love on you and hug you when he know you need it,
And
and
then he likes
he
to bust in my room, talk
he
about
calls
some.
himself checking me. Well, why'd you say that to my sister? Boy, you don't go have several seats.
It'd be funny
You
too.
and your sister can get to business,
It'd be
baby.
funny too because they be making me mad. This past weekend, I was highly irritated. So I was highly irritated. And Corey goes,
Oh God,
"No, Corey
he
do,"
was funny.
because I was talking to my mom about a hairstyle. Corey, Daddy Corey in the back, talking about some. No, I don't like that hairstyle either. You, I think I asked you.
She got so upset
That was
with him
irritating.
and started going off. So then I said something to her. Next thing I know, she over there bust out crying.
Cause I don't like me. I don't
I'm confused. Terry in the backseat talking about something.
over. I when I get overstimulated, I just cry, and I'm sitting here,
Oh my
and
goodness,
I'm
it was
like,
funny.
and then I'm trying to talk to my mom, and then Corey in the back. Well, you should have had that and that.
He
So I'm
said,
like, Corey, stop it.
you should just wear your regular hair.
Like, shut up. Corey, stop doing that. No, because you're not doing anything. And I got irritated. I started crying.
Yeah, so it's so even
So,
in that you don't have again, you don't have your biological.
but I have a
But
seven
7
year
years
old.
after you were born, God bless you with a brother daddy. I had one of them too. Ricky used to think although he was older,
Right, that's the difference.
he was older, but now your younger brother feel like he your daddy.
Corey
He got
and
to look out for you. He needs to know
Corey really think he's
who you on
somebody
the
daddy.
phone with, he busting in the room, who you talking to. Let me talk to him. What's your name? Are you my friend? Yeah, that he needs to know what's going
It's
on.
terrible. And then he federal. We at the Mother's Day brunch. My mom was like, "Who your best friends?" Right? I have three best friends. Dude, come downstairs. Mind you, I guess he's sitting on the stairs. I guess he felt left out.
He did.
He's sitting on the stairs. He come downstairs. Not gonna say no names. Blank, 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 blank. All I hear in the back of me is blank. Turned around so quick. I'm like, what y'all know about him? Kari sitting there.
Cause Kari know everything.
Like, why are you teasing?
Cause that's my man. He doing his job.
And then he really likes he be in my mama room laid up with her. Tell myself, Ari, you're not being good.
Cause he be wanting mommy son time. Don't do my son.
He's acting like somebody 30-year-old daddy.
He not here to defend himself. Don't do my baby.
I'm gonna show him this when he get back.
He want mommy son time. But yeah, so in the midst of it, I think like you have to just embrace what it is. I knew that it was going to be a time to where it would be a void, which it goes back to some of the stuff I did to lead up to this point. I knew that you were going to want to know where your dad was while he wasn't around. So I did everything I could ahead of time. I reached out, I wrote him a letter, um, made a copy of the letter so you could see what I said to him. And then on the result, you could see what was like wrote back.
She told me that she was like, her name's gonna be Ariana. Do you want to help name her?
He was like, "No,
Dude,
you
no,
got
I
it."
want to say it. Dude sat up here and said pretty much what I heard. She said, "You got it." No, he's what I heard. I'm gonna sum it up. Why would I want to name her if I'm not gonna be in her life? Oh,
Yeah. When I found
okay.
out she was a girl, I'm like, I'm having a girl. You want to name her? He like, no, that's your baby. You got it. You name her. And again, like hindsight being
What you mean?
at this point, I could look at it. It is what it is. It don't phase me. Back then, yes, it definitely hurt. So I understand the feelings of you having that void. I knew that it would come. So I did all that I could. I tried to reach out to other people to be like, hey, do y'all want to be around? And it just didn't happen. I'm not about to sit there and keep crying over it the rest of your life. It could have been a depressing, sad, gloomy life. I could have been like, oh, well, your dad doesn't want to be here. No, okay, you out. I'm about to get so many other people that's going to step up and show out for her to where even though you are lacking in that area, it's so many other things that you got to make up for it. So that was my thing in finding the village. We're gonna get in churches to have people that's gonna love on you and give you wisdom. So yeah, it's difficult when you are by yourself. Being a single parent is not easy. The biggest part is a lot of times we like to kind of just soak in our sorrows and it's just, oh, well, woe, it's me. No, it ain't got to be you. You can make a better life for your child. Yeah, it's difficult. Yeah, it hurts, but you got to keep it pushing. Go find somebody else that's going to really love on your child that's genuine. Yeah, you can't just have anybody around your child. I had to learn that as well. Get a couple people that ain't legit, and it's like, no, you cut off.
And this one person too. Um,
Oh, God, I don't know who you got talking about.
it's so kind of easy. He
Okay.
randomly texted me the other day. And I was surprised.
Oh.
I was really surprised. I was like, haven't heard from you in a fucking hey. Oh,
And
wow.
that was the other part because it got to a point to where I'm the parent to where when we're done, you're cut off because I don't see the point if we're not together of you just like trying to be a friend to my child. So for this individual that you're talking about, I had originally did that and you used to be so hurt because you really liked this person,
That was
but
my favorite.
that
This
was yes, you thought that he was just the best thing since sliced bread. And
he
when you
was
were younger,
he was the reason I realized Santa Claus wasn't real.
whoa, dog, you don't know. I'm sorry, parents. I will put
Oh,
a
right, my
disclaimer
bad.
in there
Right.
for anybody that's watching
So
with their
skip
child.
over like
Just hush.
skip
You
over like
be
4:30 a little bit, like
dog.
43
43,
something.
you say 4:30? Dog, what's wrong with
Skip over like 4:30. Yeah, I really should have.
that part. So in dating, because I've dated people before, and it was this one particular guy that they were like really close when we were together. But he would also play games, and it'd be like I'm in and out like hopscotch, and I'm like, no, we can't do this. You gotta either we gonna make this work or you not. And it kept being a game that was played. So it was years where he was cut off, and then it would be like, okay, I've changed. I want to make it right on all of this. So at this point, you were because now you 14. Um, was that what year was that he came to your party?
That was I think, not my third, that was my 13th.
That wasn't last year.
Mama, last year was 14.
Oh wow, yeah, I guess so. Okay, so 13. My bad, you're right.
Wait,
Now I'm having one of your moments. But yeah, so 13, um, he ended up coming to your party.
wait, was Shane just thrown?
Yeah, it was for sure. I'm glad you caught it. It was a little palmy, that part. So he came to your party then, and at that point I let y'all establish something within reason. And like you just said, you haven't heard from for a long time. So I had to let you begin to see that a lot of times it falls on the parent or the one that is there. Oh, well, they're not doing this for this reason. No, they're not doing this because they just choosing not to. At this point, like he randomly texts you, said whatever he said to you. Sure was, hey, how you doing? Miss you, ain't talked to you in a minute. What'd he say?
He said, "I love you." Yeah.
All right, great. Kudos to you.
He had texted me one time and he was explaining like, because this is when I was, because recently I discovered that I don't need to always be so forgiving to people and explain. Like, if you're not there, I don't have to explain myself for real.
Okay, so let me correct you there. You're always supposed to be forgiving of people. It's
I
what the
know,
Bible tells us to
like,
do. We are to forgive.
so I said that. I meant to say, like, I will forgive you, but, like, I don't really have to explain myself for it. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, what's going on with me doesn't really matter with you because you're not in my life for real. So one time he was just texting me, and I was like, "Well, I had thought you forgot about me." And he was like, "No, I would never." Ah, da, da, da. And then after that, we just stopped talking. I was like, "Okay, well, I'm not doing that again. Never again."
Yeah. So at some point, and then you'll get to the point to where it's just like you just end it all together. I think with certain situations, I try to protect you from certain individuals because I don't know, and I know you've dealt with a lot of inconsistencies. Like I said, this person was an isolated situation because of like the history and all of that or whatever. And this was somebody that you really had took a liking to and y'all were cool or whatever. So and it was actually like relationships that was developed. So that is why um a lot of people don't even understand like the recent situation, why that is the way that it is. Um even in that, I let you decide. That wasn't even me still.
It was kind of crazy because I forgot who I was talking to, and it was like, "Ari, that's not nice." I was like, "What you mean that's not nice?" And the way I said it, okay, my tone was probably like sort of, but like my message, I really meant it. So like, I will say that.
I was like, and even in that, it is a thing to where you made the choice because originally it was me stating like no, it's a no for me and this is why it's a no. And considering this was a different dynamic because we were at the time married and this was like your stepfather at the point of that was probably the closest thing to a dad that you would have had. And when that one left it was like okay, I don't really see the consistency being there. And if I stop this from jump with the beginning, I'm not gonna allow this now that you're older because now you're at differently. You're definitely at a different like vulnerable place. So it's like, I don't think that's beneficial. So I had my feelings towards it. I let you decide, and apparently your feelings were the same as mine because you was like, yeah, no, I'm straight.
Yeah, and then like also with like that ending, something did open up more. Like we started going to my goddad's church, and like I feel like going to his church, I feel like I'm kind of getting closer to him than I have ever been before. Because like I would see my goddad, but not all the time. Now I see him every week on Sunday. So yeah, like I like because when I was little, I do remember I used to go over his house a lot, and I used to go to church with him. But then that kind of stopped. And now it's just like, since I go to the same church as him, since he's the pastor, I feel like now it's just like, well, I'm gonna see my goddamn more. So, yeah, I will say that about like doors closing, then doors opening, because sometimes like new relationships do grow when something else happens. That I could, new relationships do grow with another door closes. Prime example with my friend group, but we're not talking about that today.
I said we
But
got good
yeah,
friends too.
I'm just saying, like, yeah,
Yeah, so I think like the biggest thing in that is really just surrounding yourself with other people that are going to love you and care for you. I do like sincerely hope and pray that like one day um I am blessed again to be married again and you actually
She
get
is.
the, hey, I receive it. Where you get the actual stepdad feel to where it is somebody that genuinely loves you and treats you like you are his own. And it God has the ability to, he will give you somebody in your life to make you forget about all that you didn't have. And yes, you have amazing people that have been there. You will keep those memories, but the void and the emptiness that you feel, God will fill that with somebody when, since you said I am going to be married, when that new husband comes along, it is going to replace all that void, and he's going to genuinely love you and care for you, and you're going to get all the experiences that you've ever wanted and more. So we just have to continue to be patient, continue to pray for it, and know that God made a way the last 14 and 3/4 of a year. He's going to continue to make a way for you, and just know that he got the final say in what's going to happen in your life. So to, she already gave her perspective. I would say to the parents that have children where the other parent isn't there. Yes, it's difficult. Yes, it's hard. Develop you a circle, a friend group, a village, and really lean and press off into them. Get in church to have men of God there that are able to let your child see what it means to witness a man of God, see other men be good husbands to their wives so that your kid can see what love, healthy love looks like is important. Um, do the healing for yourself, go to therapy because yes, it is difficult. Stop beating yourself up over it. The relationship ended, the child's life didn't, so you have to allow them to live and grow and keep it moving. So heal for yourself, heal for your child. And one thing I never did, I never talk bad about her dad.
I
Don't
do
say,
that.
I don't say anything about him.
Yeah, she don't. I do.
And in the midst of that, you will form your own opinion on how you feel. It's not my place to put those thoughts into your head. I got my own thoughts. Well, I had my own thoughts. I prayed over them. It is what it is. So in that, parents, I know it could be a tough battle, a tough road to be on, but don't be bitter and speaking that over your child because whether we like it or not, our child is part of that person. They're going to have characteristics and tendencies and things of that sort of that person. So do your best to just keep doing your part. You're doing a phenomenal job in this. Don't beat yourself up over what was. Just worry about what is. Um, that's all I got for absent parents.
And also be brutally honest too. Like not as like they're younger, but like when they get a little bit older. Cause like I'm not gonna lie, if my mama didn't kind of keep it brutally honest with me, I feel like I'll still be dwelling over it because I do dwell over things if I don't get like the complete truth and honesty on how you feel. So I will say that. But yeah,
And I just want to publicly say thank you to everybody that has been a part of the village, whether it be grandparents, uncles, aunts, cousins, friends, my exes that I've dealt with, because even at one point, Kari's dad was like in your life, and
Corey,
it,
you
it's so
funny.
that like so it's all about who you have. So even my ex, like the moments that y'all did share with my child, I do appreciate because you didn't have to. Although the relationships have ended, we not together no more. Y'all don't see her no more. It is what it is. I appreciate the time that you did put into her life because you didn't have to. And I know that you'll still be good. I know you'll still be covered. Because like you said, when one door closes, another one opens. You now have more access to your godfather, and your uncle takes you out every other weekend. So you're still getting poured into to see how healthy love from a man should be. And it's in a way to where you're safe. It's in a way where you're protected. And those are things that you need to see. So I just want to say to everybody, thank you, thank you, thank you to my village that has helped me in raising my baby for the last almost 15 years.
Almost
Oh
15.
gosh, this child.
But like also I will say like well I forgot about this. I was gonna say this, but I forgot about it and I just thought about it. But like with also just having like a mom and not having a dad because like you have both sides of the family. I always wanted like a big family for real. Like I always wanted to have my dad's side or my mom's side and stuff like that. But like I realized that sometimes it's not really necessary. Do I still want to have like a big family bond? Because I will admit I'm not really close with all my cousins like that, and I do wish I was closer with my cousins because like I always wanted to just have a cousinly bond, like especially since my cousins are older than me. I always wanted to be able to just to call my cousins and they have cars and they come get me. But like I never really got to experience that because like, age gaps or differences and stuff like that. But I will say like the people that are there that is there are I can't talk. That is in my life. We're just gonna say that. Because everybody's in my life, but like that
The people that are in my life.
that
Yeah.
are in my life. See, she got that are in my life. Like I do.
Should have went to the other school.
I have a list. So please
You got a
don't.
what? What that develop?
List.
Girl,
Mama,
you can't even say it right.
when
Read
I
back.
got braces.
I guess. You say so.
But
Yeah.
like, yeah, I will admit that like I wish I did have a bigger cousinly bond. So if my cousins are watching this, yes, I do want a big cousin. I want cousin bond. I'm saying this.
She said it with her teeth.
Yeah.
That's how you know when somebody means something. When they say it with their teeth, because she wants a cousin bond.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the midst of that, like you said, God knows your heart's desires. And as I always tell you, the things that you don't have that you want, continue to pray on them. And your will and his will align and he'll make a way. So if you want a cousin bond, that's something you need to begin to start praying on. So your cousins, their parents will allow them to either come over or you go over there and y'all can begin to develop those relationships. And because yeah, cousin bonds, that's like a whole nother episode. Because man, my childhood
She
was
got
lit.
one with she got one with my cousin Kira.
Yeah, my childhood was lit. We had good
And
times.
it's kind of irritating because I will say,
It's irritating.
listen,
We got a bond?
yes,
Wow.
it's irritating because I will say if my cousin Alana didn't live in a whole different state, me and Alana will be like this because we are like this. Every time I see Alana, it's always fun, even though we're two different, completely we're two
So
different
that's
people.
a whole nother episode. We don't went from dads to
I
now
know.
cousins and all of that.
Yeah, we gonna talk about that.
So yeah, we'll have to touch base on that because yeah, that is a great dynamic of like having cousins that are your best friends.
But like, yeah, so I always wanted both sides of the family, but now that I realize like my mom's side of the family, they kind of cool. Y'all alright. Y'all okay. Y'all cool. Y'all straight or whatever.
They all you got, so you better embrace them.
Y'all straight or whatever. But no, I do love the
That's all you got.
I do love that side of the family. Um, and like, yeah, because I did still experience like the mom and dad side, because we got my granddaddy side, we got my grandma's side. Grandma saw it in Virginia though, so and like they everywhere.
I'm saying it ain't just Virginia,
Yeah,
all over.
Florida, Alabama,
Yeah, so she loves you all,
yeah,
and we thank you all for being a part of her life and being a part of her village
yeah.
and being there.
So yeah, I will admit that. And since I'm going on 15 years of my life, um,
Say, sheesh, time flies.
my dad not being in my life for almost 15 years, I feel like is a really big character development for me because I feel like it made me a stronger person. It made me have more personality and like,
Girl, like, you got that from me. Your personality is your model all day long.
man,
It's scary to like see you as you continue to grow, cause dog. Everybody said we look like. I still don't see that part. But as far as like acting like, oh my gosh,
she ugly.
you look like your daddy. How about that? Um, that ain't even the button.
I know it was supposed to be a thumbs down.
That's
I'm
not the
irritated.
that's not the way you want it.
I know it's supposed to be.
Anyway, so we have to do our wrap up. Come on now. Now we just joking and playing. Um,
Oh
so
my
yeah,
god.
again, as always, we hope something was said today that helps you to continue on in this journey of being a single parent, whether it be because the parent is just gone, whether they're deceased, whether they're incarcerated, like whatever the case may be, that they're not there and
I
they're
was
not
gonna ask
present.
what incarcerated mean, but then I had to think about it.
Oh Lord Jesus be offense. Not what does it mean? Y'all see this and she is in high school.
I'm almost done with freshman year.
Okay, you about to ask what incarcerated means?
Well, I said I had to think about it.
Okay, I'm glad you know now. So yeah, so whatever the case may be or whatever, why they're not there, we hope that something was said to kind of help you along in this journey. If there's any additional information you want from us that we may be able to give, if your kid wants to talk to Ari, because I know I got a couple cousins that are kind of in the same boat. If that's something y'all want to do, we always are open to link up and talk.
Because it's crazy that I went from the little cousin asking from that to being the cousin that you can come to now. That's actually kind of crazy to me. Because,
That's how it be. The first become last,
yeah,
and the last become first.
Corey's not going to be the first or the last.
Don't do my son. He's definitely gonna be a part of the first and the last. Don't. You are such a hater.
He's not
We don't
going to
speak that over our family.
I'm not saying like that. I mean like about the conversation we're having right now.
Oh, but yeah, no,
Because
he
he's at
got.
his pappy house right now.
Yes, he is. Thank the Lord for his father as well. So what is our our fruits? What's our fruits for this episode?
I forgot about those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it's all about. Come on now. What's the play when you talking about you forgot? I would say the fruits to having an absent parent situation is love. Always remember to
Faithfulness.
still show love because you don't know why that other person is not there. It's easy to hate, but the right thing to do is to love. So no matter what the reason is, love that individual because that is what God has called for us to do. I would also say, would you say faithfulness?
Hmm.
Um, how do you tie faithfulness into this?
Have faith that you have other people in your life that's not gonna like leave. So like have faith in them.
Okay, tie that in. Patience is another one because you never know how the Lord is going to work this thing out on your behalf. That absent parent that has been gone for years, they may one day decide to come back. So just be patient and know that my favorite scripture, my Romans 8:28, all things work together for the good of those that love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. So in the midst of it, you never know what God's purpose and plan is for your life. So just continue to be patient. Don't dwell in it, but just know that he can turn it around in due time. Um Joy. No matter what happens in life, you should always keep your joy. Don't let situations of what you don't have bring you down. Always reflect on what you do have. Instead of complaining, give praise to God for all that you do have. And you will see that that list continues to grow because she can easily complain about not having a dad. But if we give praise for the grandfather that you have, the uncles, and you can call them out by name just so the list can get longer instead of just saying, Lord, I thank you for my uncles. No, I thank you for my Uncle Ricky. I thank you for my Uncle Devin. And I thank you for the uncles that my mother has as friends and call them out by names. Your praise list begins to get longer than your complaint list. And that is how you begin to have joy in the midst of your storm. Also peace. God will give you a peace that surpasses all understanding. So when you don't have
And have
something,
peace in where you're at now. Like your mental state, have peace there.
that part. So that would be so again the fruits of the spirit for absent parents is love, joy, peace, faithfulness, and do we have anything else?
Mm-mm.
Patience.
Oh yeah.
So those are the five fruits of the spirit for absent parents. What we got coming up? What's happening?
My birthday.
Oh, we have something other than your birthday.
Father's Day.
No,
Memorial Day.
no, it's this weekend. Wow. Our in persons, the
Right?
24th, May 24th.
Oh, it's this weekend?
Wow, look at there. You forgot. Absolutely. May 24th, this weekend, our mother to mother, friend to friend meetings resume in person. Yes, so we're getting back where we sit and we talk face to face in person with
Oh
all my
Lord.
babies and we chop it up. We got our question bowls that the kids bring questions for. So, yes, that will be this Saturday at 4 p.m. It has been a long time coming. If you would like to attend the in-person meetings that we have, reach out to myself or Ari or comment below and let me know and I'll get you the information as to location as to where it is. Again, that is this coming Saturday, 4 p.m. Um, and then yes, Ari's birthday is in 2 weeks. It will not be a big fanfare.
Most likely a
We
hotel
would do
party.
something to
Hotel party.
celebrate, but it won't be something big because she's already requested
Russell.
that she wants for 16. So 16 will be big. Once I've already started talking with the travel agent in regards to that. So that will be next year. We are going on a cruise and we're gonna do Universal Studios. So I will keep everybody up to date on that as well once I get the information from the travel agent, so we can start paying on that because I need about a whole year to pay on it. Because Lord Jesus, 16 is right upon us. So we got the events, we got that, we did our fruits. I don't think I got nothing.
That was not necessary on my part. But yeah, no, it's nothing else. For real. Oh,
Okay.
we're gonna start filming on Mondays. Yeah.
Yes.
Cause I know Wednesdays don't work out,
Yeah. Tuesday, Wednesdays are like my busy days. Those are my only off days, so
and
I
I
try
go
to
to sleep because I
yeah,
know them
so I'll
are
be
off
trying to do stuff.
days.
But so yeah, we will begin to film on Mondays when Kari's not here. We'll do a couple videos here and there with him in it. And I think that's all that I have.
And that's all I had.
Oh, we will start because Facebook has been notifying me of this one thing where you used to do prayers back when you were a kid.
Oh, I literally saw that the
So
other
what we
day.
will begin to do is we're kind of just bringing things back. So we will begin to do prayer requests as well. So instead of just shout outs on Fridays, if you have prayer requests or you want prayer, let us know. Leave those below, and it'll either be myself or Ari that will jump on it like
Or
prayer
Kari.
or Kari. Yes, one of us will do a prayer of the KNA team, and I keep saying that's all I got. I feel like it's like the church closed. When it be like the church be like, right, I'm wrapping up, and then the pastor say something else. She'd be like, all right, pastor, you done wrapped up 4 times. Um,
Also,
see, now she gonna wrap up.
cause I be nosy and I be listening. So I guess people do want to like guest star on our podcast. We would appreciate that.
Absolutely. If you would like to come on, there's a topic that you would like to discuss, and you want to be a guest. Come on, there's room on the couch for you. We will make room
Is it
for you.
really though?
It is. This is a whole seat right here that we have. It's always somebody. We're still recording, man. It's room on the couch. And if not, we got a chair over there. It's plenty of room in the living room. We just have to change the setup. But yeah, if you would like to come on, there's something you want to talk about, or you just want to come kick it with us because you think we're funny because everybody swear we're so hilarious. This just be us being us. But again, we love you all. We thank you as always for tuning in. I know it's been a minute since we did a video, but we definitely miss talking with you all. Can't wait to see your feedback in regards to this. Ari will have a short for you telling you about the episode as well as a flavor of the day tomorrow. So love you all. Peace. Holla.
Peace out.